Welcome to my top 10 most anticipated comics for May 4th, 2022. Guys, not as heavy of a week as the previous week, but there are some great comics getting ready to come out. Guys, I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And guys, let's get started with this list right away, not wasting any time with the hot seat. And the hot seat this week, it goes to Marauders issue 2. Now, I read issue 1 and I wasn't fond of where the Marauders were going. They're going into space, dealing with the Shi'ar Empire once again, and I was like, oh, this is not where I was expecting with this. The artwork is a little bit off. It's a little bit too anime for me. You have Cassandra Nova in this as an eighth member of the Marauders. Why they would have her on the team, well, it's for other reasons to get into later. But I did not like issue 1. I'm going to try issue 2, and if it doesn't capture me here, I'm probably going to wind up dropping it. This book is 28 pages, and this one is a $4 comic book. So what's the book, though, that's on the rise? The one that surprised me last time I read it? Well, it was The Rocketeer, The Great Race, issue 2. This one is done by IDW. It's actually a really solid book of the Rocketeer by the name of Cliff, who swears that he's going to turn in the jetpack or the rocket pack in his helmet once and for all so he can be a fabulous husband to his girlfriend, Betty. He wants to spend the rest of his life with her. Well, what happens is he gets presented a job for this famous inventor to race his airplane and to win this race to get this rare metal so he can create his next invention. Well, in the meantime, other people want to enter this race and win it as well, and that's including the Nazis. So it takes place during that time period, right? It makes for a very interesting story, and little do we know, Cliff is going to be in store for much more than what he's bargained for. It looks like he's going to have to use that jetpack and that helmet once again. It's 36 pages, $5. Great book, wonderful artwork. Moving on to number 10, we officially kick off this countdown here with Avengers Forever issue 5. Now, this is on my countdown, and I still haven't read issues 1 through 4 yet. But I find that this is a new jumping on point, I feel, for readers that have not read this story yet. This is your time to do it, and you can still buy the previous issues or whatnot, because this one has to deal with Doctor Doom. So if you're a Doctor Doom fan, you're going to love this book, and this is the description that it has. The doom of all dooms. All we know about the leader of the new multiversal masters of evil is that he calls himself Doom Supreme, and that universe after universe keeps crumbling before him. But in a multiverse filled with world-conquering versions of Victor Von Doom, what makes this one Doom above all? So we're going to learn more about this version of Doom, which I'm very interested to read about. Pretty cool looking cover here, and this one is 28 pages, and this is a $4 comic. Coming in at number 9, I have no idea what to expect out of this book, but when I found out that Skottie Young is behind it, I was like, you know what, I gotta check it out. And this is Twig issue 1, and I feel like this is a book mainly, I'm hoping for all ages. We'll see what happens. And he's just this little creature. And this is the first day of his new job. And this is a Bone-esque quest to save the Dark Crystal Labyrinth-style world. Join our hesitant hero for an inspiring and imaginative tale of hope, heartache, and determination to overcome insurmountable odds. This is 32 pages and $4. Now, one thing that Skottie Young does really well is write fantasy-like books and maybe books for a younger audience. He's done this before, and I think Twig is just right up his alley. So I think this is something that you might want to definitely check out. Let me just tell you, there is so many variant covers for this. It's insane. So I think people are anticipating this to be a very huge book. All right, now we move on to number 8. And number 8 is another independent book. This is called Metal Society issue 1. So this is very interesting. It seems like robots have definitely taken over the earth. They're like in control. But then we have a human fighter that's here and basically wants to fight a robot MMA style, and they want this title fight, or this particular fight for control of whatever. So the humans get control, the robots get control. I don't know. It feels like it could be a lot of fun. It's for the survival of mankind, and I want to see who prevails, robots or humans, right? And who's up for an MMA fight in a comic? I am. I think that's going to be a blast. So that's 32 pages, and that one's $4. Continuing on the independent train here, we have Firepower issue 20. Issue 19 was a really good book. We got the return of Owen Johnson and his entire family as they're trying to invade or trying to escape this great dragon that has been released upon the world. And they're got to overcome these odds against this dragon. I mean, this whole book has led up into this mythological creature. It's been released, and now they have to come together as a team and defeat this thing. This book has great artwork. It's a very grounded story as well. It's a very quick read also. It's only 24 pages, and it's $4. Now we're moving on to number 6, and number 6 is always an entertaining read by Peter David, and this one is World War M. This is issue 3. We've gotten to see Maestro do battle against Namor's family, trying to take over Atlantis, and that's his goal, is taking over the entire Earth, and people are coming together to defeat him. And it looks like in this issue, we're going to get to see a battle between Maestro and Abomination here. After what happened in the last issue, I was like, my jaw dropped because of how strong that Maestro actually is. And what happened in the last issue, you know, you feel like, man, Maestro's a dick, and I want that guy to lose so bad. So you're hoping for like Abomination to come up top here. Full action. Love this book. Paper quality of this book right now, though, is horrible. Hopefully that will improve. So this is 28 pages, and this one is $4. Moving on to our top 5. We have number 5, Radiant Black. This is issue 14. This is a really good book. So you got the return of Nathan, I think it is. I always get the two confused, Nathan or Marshall, whoever it was, because they were both Radiant Black. One's current Radiant Black. I think Marshall is the current Radiant Black. He's the one that took over for Nathan that was almost died. He came out of his coma. And Marshall's just not getting the respect that he deserves as Radiant Black. Everyone's kind of shitting on him, you know, and he's just trying to be the good guy, doing the things that are right. And I feel like he's going to snap. I think something's going to happen. He might become a bad guy here. I don't know. Very entertaining read. I love the artwork in this book. I love the Radiant Black universe in this book. I love how Image is developing their own superhero style of universe. This gives people an option to read something different besides, you know, Spider-Man or Batman or things that you've read over and over again. This is new and fresh stories, even though the main cover here has to deal with a Wolverine homage, right? So that's kind of funny. Moving on to number 4, and number 4 most anticipated goes to the Scorched issue 5. Always a wonderful read, full of action here. Artwork is absolutely gorgeous. Love seeing all these spawns team up together. Most recently, they were dealing with a plague spawn and doing battle against the Russians. This time, the description says, Soul Crusher proves to be a much bigger threat to the team than they initially thought when he turns out to be part of a network of individuals determined to bring them all down. But will opposing ideals and motivations bring an end of the Scorched before Soul Crusher has a chance to? I don't know. We'll see. Soul Crusher is a pretty interesting character. I guess this is the next version of the Soul Crusher, if I'm not mistaken. This book is 24 pages, and it has obviously a very affordable price of $3. Coming in at number 3, even though I still have many issues to read of Shadow War, this is Batman issue 123, Shadow War Part 5. As of right now, we've only read Parts 1 and Part 2. Part 1 was really good. Part 2 had to deal with the aftermath of everything, and now we get to see Batman and Robin actually reunited fighting together. So that could be for a very interesting story. What leads to that point, we have to still find out. But based off of that first and second issue, I'm vested into Shadow War. I think this is going to be a meaningful event. And yeah, good artwork as well. So this one is 40 pages. $5. It's continued from Robin issue 13, and then it continues in Deathstroke issue 9. So coming in at number 2, this one goes to Flashpoint Beyond issue 1. This is the official kicker to this Flashpoint Beyond series. When it comes to Flashpoint, I really enjoyed the Zero issue. You got to see Thomas Wayne trying to recruit Barry Allen once again to become the Flash, to reverse everything that has happened. Why did everything go back to normal? We don't quite know that yet. But all we know is that Thomas Wayne woke up, he felt like he was hungover, and everything that happened in Flashpoint just did not exist. So he's alive, his son is dead, and again, Thomas Wayne is trying to revert that. And what he went through was so hilarious, but really great book. I'm looking forward to it. 32 pages, $5. I was a huge fan of the original series. Number 1 most anticipated comic. This is probably a stretch. This might not be good at all, but I'm a fan, and this is Spider-Man 2099 Exodus Alpha issue 1. So we get Miguel O'Hara back, we get Ghost Rider 2099, we get all these different types of cast of, 2099 characters. I think we're getting a Winter Soldier 2099. I just want to see this story. This just looks like fun, and sometimes this is what you are looking for out of comics. You try not to take it too seriously. You just dive into it and just have fun and get your mind blown away by it. Just hope that the artwork is good, the storytelling is fun, and then you'll enjoy the next issue. Here's the description. Miguel O'Hara is back after fighting battles across the time stream. Miguel O'Hara is at last back defending his present and our future for Spider-Man 2099. The only thing constant about life in Nueva York is change. So when cataclysmic crash creates a new Garden of Eden in what was once the American wastelands, Spider-Man knows exactly what the next atrocity will be. Watch as the Cabal plans to set society ablaze, and you'll never guess who is leading them. So that could be a lot of fun, like I said, guys. So this one is 36 pages, and this one is $5. So there you have it, guys. There are my most anticipated comics. I am totally looking forward to hearing in the comment section below, what are you guys looking forward to for that particular comic book week, which is May 4th, 2022. Make sure you click on some of my other content so you get sucked into the Comic Book Corner 2.0 wormhole. Just keep buying, keep collecting, and most importantly, keep reading your comics. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.